Today's video is a little bit strange for me, I'm going to be honest. It's actually come to light that Viktator, a Facebook gaming streamer, has had a triple shadow ban. Now the reason this is strange for me, I've met this guy in real life, we speak very often, it's somebody I would say is a friend. That hasn't stopped me in the past from exposing people. Somebody who I once classed as a very close friend started to cheat. I made a video about him, I exposed the dirty cheater, and that was the end of that. However, with Viktator, it seems very strange to me because once upon a time I travelled down south in the UK to go and see Nitro Luke DX. I went in his setup, I recorded him while he was playing, we did a live stream on his page while I was there, and I done a whole tour and we checked his PC. There was no cheats there. Viktator stated to me on that day he would be more than happy for me to go to his place of work and actually go through his PC and check it for cheats. We've actually seen a video recently by It's Happer, which I'm going to play some of that through for you now, but before I do I want you to know the link to It's Happer's video is in the description below.
Is Facebook gaming streamer Viktator cheating in Call of Duty Warzone 2.0? Judging by the DMs that a lot of you have sent me, I'm guessing that quite a few of you think that he is. But contrary to what some people think we do around here, we're going to aggregate the evidence and weigh the potential outcomes on whether or not Viktator could be cheating and essentially share what I've uncovered as to why Viktator keeps getting shadow banned on a video that begins right now.
I was with fools. You actually believe that I'm fucking cheating? Really?
Live mark.
Oh.
2 live marks.
Yep. Straight away, Joseph, again, I think it's because you're from the US.
In the name of total disclosure, everything I saw looked legit to me, but I'm a mouse and keyboard player who, like I said, recently switched to controller. I've got less than 10 hours on controller, but within that 10 hours, I can definitely understand how I've been losing these close range gunfights. Seem to be pretty much on par for somebody that plays legit, but happens to play the game at a rather high skill level. But there are some things Viktator happened to say himself that got me interested in further investigating these shadow bans he's having. And that happened to be when Viktator and Nitro Luke were actually discussing how virtually all the bigger streamers that are getting back to nukes, magnificent, happen to be VPNing.
It's all good. Just go, mate. It is what it is. We'll have to do it tomorrow.
He's fucking, look at that.
It's, you know what? Like, what's so annoying is that all these streamers that get back-to-back news, they're doing fucking shit. They are doing fucking shit. We are not VPNing. Most people VPN to get in easy lobbies. We're in the highest skill-based matchmaking lobbies with sus players everywhere. We'll just have to try again tomorrow.
And after that conversation, Viktator had this to say.
The way VPNs used to be, right? VPNs used to alter skill-based matchmaking drastically. Then 90% of the community got on board with VPNs. So everyone's VPNing. So it doesn't make any difference anymore. So you VPN to a different lobby and you just get all the fucking other sweats VPNing to the same place. So it doesn't make a huge difference. It used to be really bad. Warzone 1, it broke the fucking lobbies. You could go into a VPN lobby and they'd all be staring at fucking walls and shit, mate. They would genuinely be shit. But in this, because it's been so long and everyone's dealt with the hackers and shit for so long, that everyone just VPNs now.
Now, I don't expect everybody to catch on to what Viktator's actually saying here. Don't worry, though. That's what you guys got me for. But for Viktator to know this information, he himself has had to have used a VPN at one point or another. And not only that, he's had to have seen the positive results of getting into the easier, lower average KD lobbies for him to have that opinion, which draws more credence to certain content creators being on a special list that actually does give them some advantages over other content creators that aren't sponsored by Activision. But much like I did on my previous video that's listed right there on why I think everybody's getting shadow banned with what's being referred to as the 10 kill shadow ban bug, and I go into depth to explain that it's not necessarily a bug. Happens to be a new security feature within Ricochet anti-cheat, but I don't think they're actually detecting the use of a VPN because people are still using them effectively in many cases, might I add. But much like he said, many people are using them. It does kind of negate the purpose of using one in the first place when all you're going to do is be VPNing to another protected lobby where half of the people aren't shooting back, but the other half VPN'd there just like you did. But as everybody else that was using a VPN back on Caldera or even Verdansk, they could tell you when they would be using a VPN and happen to encounter back to back sweaty lobbies. Simply hide their screen, much in the same fashion that Viktator does many times prior to booting up his game. And it's so you do not see him change his VPN configuration, or in layman's terms, the VPN server location that he's using. And once the screen's hidden, he simply changes it, unhides his screen, and then hits the play button on his Battle.net app. As I actually shared clear evidence in my last video that multiple VPN config changes within a certain amount of time will trigger a shadow ban, specifically of the 24-hour variety, like so many people that are getting these 10-kill shadow bans. But you know, the issue that I'm having saying this is 100% beyond a reasonable shadow ban of a doubt, the Viktator's getting shadow banned as a direct result of this new security feature within Ricochet's anti-cheat, is that the vast majority of these shadow bans are cleared within 24 hours or less, and Viktator's haven't been. And with how every account that he's used has been getting disconnected and shadow banned, that unfortunately can only mean one thing at this moment. Viktator has a hardware ID flag, and unfortunately every account that he uses will most likely eventually get shadow banned. And even worse, if his main account ends up resulting in a permaban, that hardware ID flag is going to become a hardware ID ban, meaning all those accounts that he played on and any future accounts that he uses on that same hardware ID configuration are going to result in the permaban as well.
Okay, so guys, if you want to see the video in full context, go and check out the link in the description. But one thing is kind of strange. Some of the information that Tap has stated in that video, I couldn't agree more with, and I think that something isn't right. Is it a VPN being used? Is it cheats being downloaded? Has Viktator finally had enough of the cheating dirty bastards inside Call of Duty Warzone and Warzone 2 to the point where he's thought, if you can't beat them, join them? I'd like to think that it's not that. So I have a proposition for Viktator. If you were to send me the address of your place of work, I will happily attend, but we will do something a little bit different. I'm going to turn up out of the blue at any point in the near future, and this way you won't know that I'm coming. We will set this up so that you have no idea what day or time I'll be coming. It might be when you're live, it might be when you're in bed, but either way, I think this is a great opportunity for you, Viktator, to clear your name. Let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to actually getting a response from you. I'll probably give you a phone call and sort this out properly, but for now I want everybody here on my channel to know that no matter what, even if I class somebody as a friend or if I'm friendly with them online, they decide to cheat, a video will be made. I will look at the content with an open mind with everyone. I look at everyone's the same way. It's that simple. Straight to the point, I'm here to expose cheaters. I'm not here to make friends. It's something I've said for a very long time. So Viktator, if you're up for it, I'll speak to you soon, and I will let you guys know exactly what goes on. So if you do want to stay up to date with things before the next video about this situation, then you can join our Discord server. It's linked in the description below. I'm in there daily chatting with our community. So guys, go and hit the link in the description. And if you did enjoy this video, smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss the update on this story. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.